Today on the chop, we'll be preparing pastalaya, Cajun comfort food at its best. So stick around while we make this delicious recipe. We'll be getting our ingredients prepared while our black pot is warming up. So join me at the cutting station in just a moment. All right, to start with, we got a 2-pound roast here, pork roast that we're gonna chunk up to go in this jambalaya. Now we're going to cut up 3 chicken breasts. I'd rather use thighs, but the breasts are on sale, so breast it is. Alright, I got these chicken breasts cut up nice. Just load them into here. So now we're ready to go in the pot. And we're going to use a ring of this pulley sausage we got here. I like to split it down the middle like that. Nice bite-sized pieces. Alright, we're going to use 1 bell pepper. I would say 2 sticks of celery, but these are some weird half sticks, so we're using 4. Dixie barking at the neighbors. The neighbors barking back at Dixie. Alright, we got a couple of small yellow onions here. I didn't have any nicer, larger ones, so yeah, 1 large yellow onion or 2 small ones, I guess. Alright, we got 6 cloves of garlic here. We're gonna chop these up. Alright, we got a bunch of green onions. We'll be using this later in the recipe. So we'll get these chopped up and then be about ready to start cooking. That pot should be almost hot. Alright, our pot's getting hot, so we're going to put some oil in there. When your pot gets getting hot, grease gets good and melted, start with chopped up pork. Season it with some slap your mama. It's noisy. And season as we go and layer the flavors. Alright, we're going to add our chicken in now. Add a little more Slap Your Mama and a little more of the Zatarain's Creole. During this part of the cook, you want to make sure you keep a good hot fire because there's a lot of moisture in this meat that you're trying to cook off. So just be sure you keep your fire good and hot during this. And our pork and chicken is starting to get browned up pretty good. Probably gonna be pulling that out of here pretty quick. And we'll be moving on to our soy sausages. This side was getting a little hot. Okay, now that some of our chicken is starting to fall apart, I'd say it's pretty browned up, looks nice. Got a lot of nice color to it. Should have a lot of nice flavor cooked into it. All that stuff stuck on the bottom, that's just more flavor that we'll deglaze with some water and chicken broth here in a little bit. That's just building more flavor for us. Alright, go ahead and brown our soy sausage for just a few minutes, just get some color on it. I have a smaller fire built over on this side, so I can keep feeding to the fire as I need to bring my heat up. I can adjust my temperature to keep my cook right. Won't be much longer in this sausage to be pulled out. Alright, we're going to pull this sausage now. And now we'll go in with our 2 small yellow onions. What's wrong, Willard? It won't take long for them onions, as hot as that pan is. Okay, now we'll go in with our bell pepper and in our case, 4 sticks of celery because they were half sticks. Normally it would be 2 sticks of celery. And now we're going to add in our garlic. Let it go for just a minute or two. More seasoning. There are the flavors. When you're cooking these vegetables down, you may have to add oil as you cook it down. Sometimes it cooks off, you need to add a little more, it takes a while. Now that our onions and bell pepper and celery and garlic are looking like that, ready to move on to the next step. And to start with, I'm going to add part of this 2 cups of water in here to deglaze. I guess I'll add all that 2 cups of water in there to start deglazing some of this. Clean that all off the sides, off the bottom, a lot of good flavor in there. A bit closer to get all that cleaned off. I have a lot of really nice flavor. It almost looks like I have browning sauce in there, and there is no browning sauce in there. That's just the color from the meat that we cooked to rebrown those meats and the vegetables. I'm going to add a couple of dashes of Wash Your Sister sauce. A couple of dashes of Crystal. Pork and the chicken. Mix this up a little bit. This does smell really good. Alright. Let that set for just a minute. And we'll bring you back when we get ready to add some more ingredients. Okay, now that we've got our temperature brought back up some, we're going to add this 4 cups of chicken broth to our pot. Add a stir. Add 1 pound of pasta. Stir this all up, mix it real well. The onions in. Give them a good mix. folding it all together till you get it all mixed up real good. Sprinkle your sausage in there. Now that we've got our temperature of our pot back up, we're gonna come in, stir it one more time, make sure everything's mixed good, see what it's looking like. Looks like we're probably gonna have to add a little more water to this. You want your water level to be pretty much at the top of your pasta and the rest of your ingredients before you start your cook down time. So I'm gonna add some more water. That was about a cup right there, and I think we're gonna probably call that good. I'm gonna add this half a stick of butter in there. Kind of fold it in a little. That'll just add another layer of flavor and richness to this recipe. Gotta make sure that it's all down if you can, pretty close to being into the moisture. And at this point, we're gonna put the lid on and cook it for probably about 8 to 10 minutes. And then we'll check it and see where we're at. So our pastalaya has been going for just over 10 minutes with the pasta in there. It's done at this point. We're going to set it off to the side and just let it sit there and cool off and soak up some more of the flavor into the noodles. And we'll bring you back when we get ready to plate it.